Okay, so I played the first Descendant weird. Let me explain. In the first Descendant, there's multiple classes you can choose to run, right? Ranging from a fire-casting Jesse McCree cosplayer, all the way up to TF2 Demo Man if he was,
Come on, fucking down!
You've got tanks, supports, DPS, you name it. But with a game involving as many choices as there are, there's also bound to be a few classes that rank among the lowest. And yeah, you guessed it. That's where I am. Enter Luna, a support character that's very obviously not inspired by another Overwatch character.
Let's hustle!
This class comes equipped with a unique gun, which allows you to play Dance Dance Revolution at the speed of paint drying. While hitting notes on beat, switching between your additional abilities allows you to change the song you're playing, and depending on that song will then buff your team's skill damage, skill cooldowns, or mana regeneration. Sounds good, right?
Bam! Time's up, you're dead.
There are a few massive issues that arise very quickly during gameplay. So, while playing Luna, you never really use a normal gun. Your buffs fall off of you when switching abilities, and your unique gun has auto-aim, which can hinder you with enemy mechanics that require very precise aiming. Now, if you don't play the first Descendant, you may not immediately know how impactful that is, but to put it simply, Luna's unique gun can't get hit up. Its damage isn't necessarily bad, but its fire rate is capped to the notes appearing on screen, and attempting to fire while missing notes on purpose will just shred through your mana, eventually forcing you to put your gun away on cooldown. I mean, okay, yeah, sure, you could technically put your unique gun away after buffing your team to use a normal gun, but if you don't have your unique gun active, you can't do any of your other abilities until you pull it out again, and your buffs don't last long enough for you to really want to keep switching back and forth. In addition to that, any objective in the game that requires you to pick something up, well, you're gonna have to put your unique gun away to do that too, little dipshit. And to top it off, if you're not in a pre-made group, depending on the party's composition you're queuing into, and due to how some of the other classes work, you could just end up not being really useful at all. I think you can see why many people don't main this character now. However, the first Descendant does have a system that allows you to create your own playstyle, and that is...
Introducing the one, the only, Module System! Spotted in many other games, this one comes in weighing in only 5 stolen mechanics. Give it a 4, unique playstyle!
Anyways, this system lets you slot in and out modules, allowing you to buff pretty much anything, with some even allowing you to completely change up your character's mechanics. And this is where the video's intro comes in. I do play Luna as a support, but I also play Luna as my DPS main. I boss with it, I grind with it, I fuck with it. The module goes like this. You slot in noise search, and everything to do with buffing others now instead solely buffs you, while also dealing AoE damage and replenishing your shield in combination with hitting notes. Additionally, hitting notes no longer only requires shooting them with my unique gun, but rather re-triggers with consistently pressing the button of that song's ability instead. Each consecutive button press will start stacking a buff on you that grows and grows until it caps at 26 stacks, while also giving you the opportunity to maintain all 3 song buffs at once. If you really hate yourself, because goddamn, is it really fucking easy to lose them? Now, am I going to be killing things as fast as possible? Obviously not. But do I care? Fuck no. Because while everyone else is popping shots, I'll be grinding my balls on every enemy within a 50-mile radius. Although, the first Descendant is made to where you can change your character to another to fit the situation you're going up against. But my stubborn ass. No. There's only one pick for me. Okay, well, unless I absolutely have to change for farming Void Fragments or Kuiper, which, I mean, come on, that's fair. But some of you may think this isn't too crazy. So I must reiterate, I use this build for everything. Like, I'll be randomly queuing into grinding dungeons, yeah? Doing my stacks, and almost every single time, without fail, I'll have multiple people just walk up to me and watch in awe that I'm actually doing all of Luna's mechanics. They'll just stand there and stare at me like I'm some type of fucking specimen, shaking my ass and killing every surrounding enemy. And that's considering the fact that my AoE damage isn't anywhere near the multiple other characters in game with AoE damage that can obliterate a Victorian child. Though none of this is to say that I think any version of Luna isn't viable enough. By all means, she's actually really strong when you build her. But if you're like me, and you've noticed everyone slamming a super fun class you play, well, you just gotta show them how good it can be too. I genuinely do love the ADHD minigame that everyone bashes on though, even though yes, I do think some things could be changed, of course. What couldn't be better for mini characters? But that additional aspect to the class is what makes it so much more enjoyable to me for all of her playstyles. Hitting combos and keeping up stacks is actually a really fun mechanic, and I know I'm probably gonna take flack for that, but I had to say it. The style, the feel, and the fun I get out of playing Luna couldn't really be replaced by anything. She plays so radically different to everything else in the game, and it's easy to assume that's also probably another reason why everyone seems to try to ignore playing her. However, this doesn't really bother me, as I've never really cared to follow the meta to the T for any games I grind, because I want to play something that I would really enjoy, yeah? And as long as I make it to the finish line too, who gives a shit if it took a few extra seconds? I kinda just wanted to make this video for fun, but if I were to tack on a message for a closer, I guess I'll say this. Fuck the meta. Play what you enjoy. And as always, I'm just looking for a girl to peg me.